So is Jace Cord the best Cord deck? I don't know, probably. Feels good. Kids are all about these days doing the things that feel good, right? Can't keep one land, no Faithless Looting on the play. Alright, I guess I'll keep one land Faithless Looting with Scry. We have Night's Whisper too, so it could potentially propel us forward to that. Demigod of Revenge. I'm pretty sure I just need to bottom that. I think I'm going to lead on Inquisition here still. Hope to hit the land naturally. Speaking of Jace Cord, look at what our opponent has going on here, chat. Smells like Kiki Cord. It's just this one. They only have one land as well. Did they bottom? They topped, so they have a land on top of their deck. So take this voice away and pass the turn. Need to stop on their upkeep. You ever play Teamer BBE Good Stuff deck that was shown in the Moto data? Yeah! 19 is a terrible number. Well, I'm glad you're back for the 19th month. Thanks a lot and welcome back. Be sure to let me know what we want to stack up your donation deck list for the big sub this month. I do appreciate that that big level of support yet again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they scried top, so I assume they're gonna hit their second land drop here. It's a bird. If they don't hit their second land drop, we're gonna kill both their dorks. Am I supposed to just kill their dorks and then stone rain them since I have this Fulminator in my hand? Is that aggressive? They have Path, Mystic. I guess they could Path themselves, potentially, if I get aggressive. I kind of like the idea of just, like, killing their dorks here. Dreadbore and Fatal Push, like, aren't great against their value creatures anyways. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna pass the turn here. If they fetch at end step, I'm gonna push this in response. If they don't fetch at end step, I'm gonna push it during their upkeep here, so that way if they want to path, they have to... Well, they didn't path their own guy. Okay, that's good for us. Did they hit a land drop? They did hit a land drop. What a tilt. Well, I mean, I didn't do all that to not stone rain my opponent, so let's go, Fulminator Mage. Let's get in there. I guess I could have Faithless Looting there. I had the 1 mana left over. I can see that going either way. Getting a little aggressive here with their health total. We get a voice. Okay. Their land, so perfect time to get some looting on here. It's gonna bin these lands, right? I'll flashback this looting. Yeah, probably, because if I hit another Demigod, I can ditch this one. Ditch those for now, pass the turn. Demigod should close pretty quickly. 5/4 flying haste. I guess they have a path in their hand, right? I should have just believed, chat. I should have just believed. All right, we're gonna cast Faithless Looting here. Ditch this, ditch this. I almost just discarded the Demigod right away last turn, and then should have known we were gonna get there. Should have known that we were gonna get there. Anger's pretty good. Cleans up the voice here nicely. I can Inquisition the path out of their hand too. Which is nice. Well, that's kind of sick. So now we can go Inquisition, take your path, floop 2 demigods into play. Eternal Witness plus path. Uncastable Kiki Jiki. You don't even have any red mana, opponent. What kind of idiot would play Kiki Jiki without that red mana? Trigger. Can we have a floop? What does a floop emote look like? What do we think? This is why we've been running the long con here on this channel. It's we talked people into playing Kiki Chord so we could demigod them. It's the long con. No, that no longer works after they change the split card rules. Alright. Looks like a turd hitting a water in a toilet bowl. Alright, well, Last Hope is excellent. Liliana the Veil is not. Knight of Souls Betrayal is dope. Do the kids say dope? We did 3-2 because it's modern. That's exactly correct. We 3-2'd because it's modern. Blood Moon's not particularly good against what our opponent's doing. I guess Shadow of Doubt counters their Court of Calling. I'll leave 1 Blood Moon in. We're still collecting data, but so far, all signs indicate that this deck is unbeatable. Literally undefeated. It seems great. Discard spell, Anger of the Gods. The kids say lit. The term is woke. Inksky, that 2-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thanks a lot for re-upping and welcome back. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are one of the best ways you can support my content here, so I appreciate you coming back. Get on Inquisition here, since Thoughtseize can potentially take more. I just want to take the Coiling Oracle away from them, right? Because this one generates a card, whereas this just gets cleaned up by Anger. My red ball bounced out of the cup. Well, it's the thought that counts, Angsky. The thought that counts. There's good thought behind dropping the ball in the cup. Ooh, a demigod. Ooh, a demigod. You guys play the Smoldering Marsh tapped, right? I'm gonna take the Clique out of their hand here, and I'm gonna take their path. I got 2 Angers. Just like hope they like draw step click me here and then just get to destroy them with Anger of the Gods. Good on hug the qualifier. Appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, you get that click in there. Get that click all up in my business, opponent. Yeah, now, is this a concession click? What do you think? Is this a concession click, chat? It kind of feels like a concession click to me. They're gonna slog it out. What's going on, Anoronics? What's going on? The gods are very angry, opponent. They're very, very upset with what you have going on over there. Can we just cut it out? I don't know, please. That's unlucky. I'm just gonna put Blood Crypt into play. Pass the turn. Noble Hierarch. Then attacks me and makes white mana. It's rude. I'm gonna play this out. We're gonna leave this uncracked, so we probably want a basic swamp anyways, and I might need to trigger Revolt on this Fatal Push. This deck is metal. I'm gonna play 1 more land out here, but then I'm gonna start holding these for the copies of Faithless Looting that we have in our hand, I think. Take them to church. So if this is an end step resto, we're going to crack this fetch and push it off a cliff. I don't know how you push an angel off a cliff, but, you know, who am I? The old no attack, no use it for mana. Excellent. Alright, maybe they're gonna beat this anger. We're flooding a little bit here. Leak. Yeah, that's fine. Probably taking my anger. If they take my anger, I think we're just going to... Oh, they left the anger. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, go. I guess we're using the anger next turn. If they don't land here, they can just, like, smack us for 5. I hope we don't get snaked here. Hope we don't get snaked here. Bad for us. Oh god, we're getting snaked, chat. Oh no! Oh no! They gave us the snake, chat. They gave us the snack. Why didn't I play around the snack? Oh no, remember that time I was holding lands? Remember anyone else remember that time we were holding lands? Pepperidge Farm remembers that time we were holding lands. Don't hold too many lands, Hogland. God, we'd have decimated them. No. Chat, they're gonna sculpt our minds. They're gonna sculpt our minds! We need a demigod, chat. We need the demigod to seek revenge on the non-believers. Thanks for helping us old folks learn the new lingo. Thanks for the bits -3 card. I appreciate that. So we're taking 5 here that I wouldn't have had to take had I been playing my lands out. I'm just escalating this. These extra lands. They left Quarter Calling in their hand. It's pretty good for us. They have Resto Voice here. We're playing against Kiki Cord. We're flooding out a little bit, but we're playing against Kiki Cord. They're currently midway through sculpting our mind. I feel like our mind's been thoroughly sculpted. Hopefully we can draw a Demigod of Revenge and get our revenge on this sculptor of minds. If we had Demigod like this turn, we might be okay. Alright, I mean... that takes them off of their white source, right? Deployment's been terminated, Restoration Angel. This game might be a good exercise in fertility. Like, why am I still here? They've brainstormed 3 times. We have 1 Dreadbore. We have 4 Demigods of Revenge. That's the card that kills Jace, believe it or not. Demigod is pretty decent. Alright, I'm gonna pack it in. Our mind has been sculpted, chat. Our mind has been sculpted. Things looked so good when the gods were angry early. And just fell apart. Our house of cards just didn't come together. We have an Olivia Voldaren in our deck too, which is just excellent. Any thoughts on Legacy Death and Tax? I don't think I've seen anyone donate to play it. It's my pet Legacy deck and I can't help but think I should have invested in dual lands. I don't think Death and Tax is a very good Legacy deck. I think the major upside that Death and Tax has had was removed when Deathrite Shaman was introduced to the format. It's much harder to tax the resources of your opponents when... what's the word I'm searching for? When they just, like, every deck gets to play Birds of Paradise. 4 lands in their hand. Excellent. Excellent. Get a Blood Crypt with this. That's really aggressive, right? Like, why would you... I like how the opponent looked at our deck with Jace the Mind Sculptor in it and concluded that it needed Tireless Tracker. Oh, Magic players, you so greedy. You discard a card, you die. Also, playing it this turn is pretty greedy. Discarded Breeding Pool. They've played Played. They have Misty Rainforest Windswept Heath in their hand. Resources is a game neutral term. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is very much game neutral. I'm gonna grab a Liliana the last hope here, I think. So this gets any card of our deck that has cost less than or equal to the number of lands we control. So anything that costs 3 or less here. I'm gonna grab that a 1. This deck needs a Power Metal Anthem. Why would you play Selfless Spirit after you saw me get this? Hey, Commander Evix with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you, or sorry, the $4.99 a month subscription support. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. Is that a good one? What do you feel about that one, chat? Think that one's above average? Opponents had enough. All right. We have bested Kiki Cord. We've bested Kiki Cord. Our deck's basically unbeatable. All empirical evidence that we currently have points to it being unbeatable. Deck's perfect. Call it a day. We need to be done here. The deck's I just can't improve on perfection, really. I don't mind taking decks like this. Like, it's got kind of a wacky win condition, right? But like the core of our deck is very reasonable cards, right? Like we've got discard spells and like reasonable spot removal. Anger and Blood Moon, also just like powerful cards that steal games. Well, I'm glad to have you, Commander Ervex. Thank you to everyone that's hanging out here today. Big shout out to all the subs as always. Y'all are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do. Y'all are great. Can I keep this? This cycles, right? Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This cycles. I could discard extra land to Brutality, potentially. Going on, Rory? Mulligan, that's my favorite. So I've sorted the donation queue now so people can see what I plan to have on tap for a given day. Okay, opponents mulligan to 4, so they're playing Dredge, they're playing Tron, or they're very unlucky. I guess they could be playing Bogles too, right? You've not missed Vial Smasher. So the list is sorted a little bit differently. The legacy stuff is under... Oh, look at that. They're playing Tron. They're playing Tron. They're playing Tron, they're playing Bogles, or they're very unlucky. Those are the modes. All right, let's just do this here. Do I want to actually escalate this? I probably don't, actually. Probably just want to play this in the discard mode. Swig Abyss. Map, GQ, O-Stone, yep. I think Toxic Deluge would be a sweet card for this format. I think that's actually a card that would be really sweet to have access to in this format. Fatal Push, Tilt. I guess I'm going to cycle this Canyon Slough. That way, if we had a discard spell, we could play it. The Tron player kept a 4-card hand, so you probably keep any 4-card hands that has lands in it. Hey there, Azumi with the $5 donation. No message on that, just $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping me do what I do here more often. Ghost Quarter, Ostone, we no longer know any of the cards in their hand. We're a little late. Would have been nice to take the Ostone out of their hand. We could take a chromatic start. That's nice, I guess. Tumos! The 30-month resubscription. Thanks a ton, bud, and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. And I should have just believed. I should have just believed and, like, put this Demigod in my bin with the Collective Brutality, just like knowing that our deck was gonna gift us the second one. Now back to work. Well, you can catch us on the replays too, Mos. Thanks for dropping in. So they get a guaranteed... Why didn't we just get a guaranteed 5th land, opponent? Why didn't we just get a guaranteed... Okay, so they're gonna have Tron in 2 turns. Hey, Gabriel Pants with that Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's almost good, right? It's probably gonna come up short. It's probably gonna come up... I guess this means we get to hit them for 5 this turn. And then next turn, why didn't they pop this? Next turn, they have to blow this up. And then the following turn, I floop the demigods into play and kill them. Holy dicks. We're so fucking good at this game. Deck's just literally unbeatable. Just can never beat us. Get him! Get him! Woo! Why would they concede? Are they ghosting? Why would they concede there? They didn't know we had a demigod in hand from in-game information, right? I'm not missing anything? They didn't know we had the demigod in hand from in-game information, right? The next show's loading. Give it a second. The Salt Concede, that's fair. The main deck Fulminator Salt Concede. So a lot of our deck isn't very good here. Am I supposed to just board these in? It almost feels like I'm just supposed to board these in, right? Just like a lot of these cards suck. Just like a 4-mana 8/8's probably something I'm in the market for. Collective Brutality isn't very good here either. Think I'm okay with the rest of these cards? Top deck against Ghosts is the best. Yeah, it is. This deck mostly plays on the board too, right? So if they're ghosting, I'm not super worried about it. Hey, the Mage. It's been 3 months apparently. How long until I have to get rid of this filthy wild shard? 6 months to get rid of the wild shard. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Can't keep this. What do we think? No gamble, no future, chat? Is this... I feel like this is an appropriately risky hand to keep. Because, like, I have a lot of the things I'm interested in doing. No guts, no glory. We don't play modern tonight. But I mean, like, okay, so, like, this is like actual mulligan theory, not just, like, horse shit to the wind, right? Like, do we think what you have to ask yourself in situations like this, what's more likely? Us having a good 5 or 6 or us running some lands off with this hand on the draw? I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. Uh-oh, chat. We're gonna miss, and it's gonna be the fault of the non-believers in chat. I need everyone to channel your energy. Can you channel with me, chat? I need you to put your energy into this hand, chat. You need to put your energy into this hand. Chat, we didn't do it. We didn't do it, chat. All right, we're gonna try again. We're gonna try again here on the, wow, we really weren't doing it. We really weren't doing it. All right, take two. Hand's also reasonable. Tron, stupid Tron things. Wouldn't be surprised this matchup's bad for us, by the way. We're kind of a mid-rangey deck. Demigod actually makes us better here than probably a lot of mid-range decks are against Tron, but I probably would be surprised if this was anything other than good. Your move, Kaiba. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. You having some doubts? Feel like you shouldn't doubt yourself, opponent. You gotta just believe in yourself. You gotta look inward and believe in what's deep inside of you. Believe in what's deep inside of you, opponent. They will never crack EOT ever again. Ain't that the truth? Never again. Do they crack it right now? Look at him. Look at this. Put the fear of shadow in him, chat. We put the fear of the shadow in him. Yeah, you cracked that map. You cracked that map, opponent. Snip him in the bud there. Yeah, we definitely need a clock. I do have this Faithless Looting to flashback here, which is nice. Starting a Thoughtseize here, that was an excellent draw. What we got? Thought Not Seer we can't cast. Surgical Extraction. That's just rude, opponent. Probably the Worm Coil Engine here, right? Probably can't beat that one. Ditch these two, play Swamp Inquisition them, take their Surgical Extraction. Probably just want Demigod here, right? Might have been greedy to cast Faithless Looting there. I was just hoping to hit another Demigod. Just hoping to hit another Demigod. Alright, let's move on with ourselves here. While we're waiting for the third match to pop, I'd just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone wherever you're in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. Thanks for joining us here today on this Thursday. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything else so that people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. Subscriptions are the absolute best way you can support my content here. They'll allow me to do this full time like I do. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. Would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you usually have 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com, buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags, all sorts of stuff there. And finally, this stream is made possible by Anoronics and viewers like you. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I really do appreciate it. Everyone in chat that's wondering why I conceded that game, I get it. We have a Shatter, so maybe we can beat these two Worm tokens. They had a World Breaker in their hand that they were one land away from casting to unlock their Tron. Just like we weren't winning that game. Tron is the type of deck, like people talk about Bloodbraid Elf and Jace pushing mid-range decks out of the format. That's hilarious because those cards don't do anything near the level of pushing out of the format that Urza's Power Plant and Karn do to the format. Like, if there's anything offensive murdering fair mid-range decks in Modern, it's not Bloodbraid Elf and Jace, it's Urza's Tower. They keep this one with the Scry. We're on the draw. Yeah, probably. Bottom that one. You think Tron Land should be banned? You also think Grape Shot and Goryo's? I mean, a lot of those things you just listed, Modern, the mid-ranging, are very different and easier to interact with than Tron pieces. Like, Wizards has essentially come to the correct conclusion that efficient ways to attack lands like Wasteland aren't good game design and lead to unfun, uninteresting games of Magic by and large. So they don't print efficient ways to interact with things like Tron. Whereas decks like Goryo's Vengeance and Storm and Through the Breach, Breach Titan is in a similar vein to Tron in that the lands are difficult to interact with. I definitely agree in that vein, but decks like Goryo's and Storm I don't think are super fair to compare to because we do have efficient graveyard interaction. We have a ton of it actually, right? We have Surgical Extractions and Nile Spell Bombs, and those decks by and large care about creature removal, especially Storm a lot of the time. Almost Allowed to Drink in America, the 20-month resubscription from Tommy Gather Icon. Thank you very much and welcome back. Punished for not having fetched a shock land there while we were talking. I guess they have Flicker Wisp plus Blade Splicer here. Alright, we can take their Flicker Wisp. That's nice. Alright, they have a whole lot of nothing after we... Maybe I should have Fatal Push this at end of turn. Yeah, looks like Red White Texas. You hold the classic turn 4 Aether Vial. Two mana, destroy target land without a basic land type. That's interesting design. I think that's still too obnoxious and powerful for Modern. There's plenty of lands that see play in Modern that don't have basic land types. Let the red be for Avalanche Riders. You're a monster. Don't you wish our only land to be destroyed? We're just trying to hold on here, okay? Just clinging on for dear life. Needed to land that turn. Too far behind now. Well, even if we had fetched a shock land, we wouldn't have hit a second land anytime soon, apparently. Alright, Liliana is almost certainly great. These Thoughtseizes are probably a little bit medium, so I want more cards to play to the board. Knight of Souls Betrayal is excellent. I probably don't need these Fulminator Mages. Bitterblossom is probably actually not. What, dude? I don't know what that means, dude. English.
Dad.
That's English, yep. You want the show on your tablet? No, you have to watch the show on the TV. This show's not on your tablet. And seems decent. I guess I have... Our sideboard doesn't seem stellar. Maybe I should have boarded in the Platinum Emperion package, because our Blood Moon package also isn't very good in this matchup, it doesn't feel like. Maybe we'll sneak a win, but I definitely almost certainly should have boarded out the Blood Moons. It's a good turn one draw opponent. Pretty decent. So again, the problem with just random cards that hate on lands, it's like Blood Moon, right? Like Blood Moon is garbage against Tron if you don't accompany it alongside a ridiculous amount of pressure, which is why the decks that are actually good against Tron aren't the disruptive decks, they're the decks that kill them on turn 3. Like that's how you make a deck be good against Tron. You be able to kill them by the 3rd turn of the game. This Aether Vial makes having not taken the Leonin Arbiter far more awkward. So our plan to just anger away their poopers is turning out to not be a good one because their poopers now come in at instant speed. So they have Blade Splicer, Pia, Sacred Foundry in hand right now. We'll probably just Collective Brutality to kill this Leonin Arbiter this turn. Yeah, the problem is just like, again, anything that's efficient land destruction generally creates almost as many uninteresting games of Magic as Tron itself does, so like, hoping that they print better interaction for Tron just isn't reasonable. I don't have a fetch land in play, Tom. This is a Dragonskull Summit. Aren't they boarded in Rip against me? That's weird. Maybe they just like broadening against any black-red deck. Feels strange. I guess I'm just gonna pass here. We'll take a hit for 6 here, but then I get to clean their board with anger. I mean, it stops it from coming back, but to be honest, Demigod's probably not dying that often in this matchup. The last 2 cards are Sacred Foundry plus Pia and Kieran Nalar. Yeah, they could have thought we were Mardu Pyro. That's good. Good read. The problem again with Spreading Seas is that it doesn't actually beat Tron. Blue-white control is not favored against Tron in my experience. And PV, when he said he tested for the Pro Tour, said he came to a similar conclusion. And if you don't believe me, and that's fair because I'm an idiot sometimes, PV is very smart. Almost certainly smarter than everyone in this chat. So don't take my word for it. Take the word of someone much smarter than all of us. So they get to flute Pia into play here, which kind of sucks. We have to take a hit for 4 off of this, and then they can throw a token at us when we anger them next turn. My mom says I'm very smart. What's going on, Zach? We got a miser beseech the queen. Please cast another card that dies to anger of the gods. God bless. God, this anger is going to be delectable. Just the most delicious. Yeah, I agree. I would believe you that blue-white's probably 40-60 or maybe even 45-55, but it's still not good. Alright, so they've got no board. They have nothing! And we have Angry Gods. Alright, so we're at 5. Do I just play this Brutality as a game 2 here? Yeah, probably not. It seems loose. I actually can't take this card off the table, right? I want to cast this. Doesn't really matter if they don't have Leona and Arbiter, right? My queen, I beseech you. Opponent reading Beseech the Queen here. Oh, hold on a second, we've got to read her chat. Grab that one. Your move, Yugi boy. Yeah, the important part there is the clock, though. The disruption is whatever. You need to kill them, is what you actually need to do. Modern staple, Beseech the Queen. Alright. I just need 3 bricks out of you, opponent. Just 3 big old bricks. Take me down to Brick City. Do 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 do. Top deck another demigod, that would be great, right? Actually, I'm gonna show them this Blood Moon, so maybe they think about playing around it. So I'm gonna board the Blood Moon out next game, 10 out of 10. They discard a land, that makes sense. Haha! When we play lands, we win. All right, yeah, I think these Blood Moons are just pretty rancid, and the only thing I really want to bring in are these. We'll just grab this package and slide it on in here. This Bitterblossom's probably not good enough. These Inquisitions are probably fine. I mean, Night Switch, maybe Faithless Looting's not good enough since they are rest in peacing us. Yeah, I don't think I really care about their stupid runes and ghost quarters and whatnot. I only really care about if they have Leona and Arbiter, and I probably want to kill their grizzly bear anyways. Lands equal victory. For those of you taking notes at home, hoping to be a professional someday, draw some lands. Yeah, it could be Zach. Definitely could see that being the case. They have Paths and Flickerwisp versus Emperion, sure. But I mean, like, they have Paths and Flickerwisp versus our Demigod, too. I mean, I hate wizards consistently, like, they ban the symptoms instead of banning the problems. I'm really not a fan of, like, banning cantrips out of decks because we think the decks are too good. Is this hand poop? This hand's probably just donkey doo-doo, right? It's much better. Bottom that. I mean, that sounds like something Twitch chat would love to play. Twitch chat is just like all about the tier 4 Stone Rain decks. Get out of here, you shit tear grizzly bear. All you do is terrorize my mana base. Right on time, Aether Vial. Aether Vial at this point is actually pretty good for us, just because they're like not gonna be able to generate card advantage off of it, most likely. I guess I'm just gonna play this out just so I have it. Do I want to hold this actually, since I have this Fatal Push? I could see that being the case. That's really rude, opponent. That's like exceedingly rude. Man, the Dire Fleet Daredevil Rest in Peace combo deck. Found a piece of candy, chat. They do have this Path to Exile in their hand that I was hoping to take with that Collective Brutality. Maybe. I'd put money on them still having Grip in their deck. Oh, look, another Aether Vial. So they have Mountain Path to Exile in hand right now. Just gonna go. Nah, I'm gonna wait on this. I can still hit like Liliana the Last Hope. Excellent. That's it's a phenomenal draw. I'd put money on it. I'd wager dollar bills that there are in fact still rested pieces in their deck. I'm gonna fetch the Canyon Slough here because I kind of just want to hit 8 land drops to cast this. I'm just gonna jam this into a path because I would like to hard cast this card at some point here. Never underestimate the sideboarding deck building prowess of someone who's chosen to register Leonin Arbiter. They just have a mountain in their hand anyways. I'm just gonna hold on to this for now. I don't want to bin this. We're only 2 lands away from sticking this Emperion. Really, you think so? I don't want to play it and do nothing because of their Aether Vials. I don't want them to just be able to attack her down. So like if they vial something in, I want to be able to like untap and then Liliana them. I mean, Liliana's fine here. She's gonna trade 1 for 1 and probably gain us 2 or 3 health in the process. The odds this gets pathed. I guess they could just be holding more land because of Liliana. Yeah, right, Zach? Alright. This is my pig. Floop it into play. Beep, beep. Your move, Yugi boy. What you got? Oh. Oh, we didn't get path to exiled, chat. Delicious. No path. No path, you say? Why not Liliana plus the Dread? Because I know my opponent has a mountain in their hand, and I have no desire to trade my Dreadbore for my opponent's basic mountain. It's a zero desire to trade my card that's a guaranteed spell for my opponent's land. Opponent's likely holding additional lands at this point. Same thing here. If I draw a land, I will probably be willing to trade a land for their land to get a counter on my Liliana, but I'm not willing to do these. We're a combo deck, right? That's pretty good. Now we can gain life. I believe they'll draw some lands at some point here. They've only drawn 5 lands in 17 cards. Yeah, right? Nice sorceries indeed. Just good deck building, really. Yeah, I'm just gonna drain them with this. The odds of them having another path are pretty low. Just gonna kill their things here. My wife total can't change. That's correct. It's illegal in this country for my current wife total to increase. It's frowned upon for your wife total to go past 1. Yeah, the polymorph deck looks like a gas. We're definitely playing that next. I'm excited to play some polymorph. Thalia? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, if you want to get technical about it. Yeah, it's the blue-green polymorph deck that 5-0'd a league. The last set of league data. I'm gonna take one more hit here. Maybe even 2. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get down to like 8 off this Thalia before I pull the trigger on it. Yeah, sweet. Hopefully we can get a 2-for-1 here. Should take a lick for 6 here, down to 8. Probably just windmill this anger. No, I think their new data policy is still shit. I think it's less shit than their previous data. Oh, baby. Oh, That's... Jacob, what's the matter? Jacob, what's the matter? Calm down. It's okay. Inside voice, bud. That's a card. That is a legal Magic the Gathering card. And no, we're not gonna anger first. No, we're not gonna anger first. I'm just putting Mrs. Voldaren into play here. Pick off some of these nerds. We can't show this on Twitch. Shoot that one. I shoot this during their upkeep, right? This should happen during their upkeep, just in case they have another one. Yeah, that should happen during their upkeep if I'm smarter. We gotta has anyone seen this card? This card used to be a format staple in Jund. This used to be Jund's top end after Bloodbraid Elf got banned. Forgot we had this meatball in our deck. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited for this. He's ready to punch the clock and go to work. That's unfortunate. They found their third path in 21 cards, 3 paths. Is that what they're working with here? Yeah, they've had 3 paths and 21 cards. Really unfortunate for us. I guess I have to just kill this stupid golem now. Yeah, the new data policy is better for finding wacky brews from Magic Online, but it actually does more in terms of obscuring relevant information from being accessible. Yeah, Madcap would be nuts. Actually, you know what? I'm probably supposed to Damnation before I anger just because of Madcap, and we're actually just dead to that. Womp womp. I can't do another one. I can't. Losing to Leonin Arbiter destroys my will to continue playing Magic with whatever we're playing. So, feedback. This is a bad Jund deck. It's a cute Jund deck. Their Pia can pay 2 mana to pump 1 power into an artifact. So Pia, you just read Pia. Read Pia, Nalar. Read Pia, Nalar. If the bot's working. Otherwise, go look on the Gatherer. So yeah, this deck's cute. Demigod is fun, but yeah. Yeah. They vialed it in at the end of our turn, chat. Come on. Come on, chat. Anger is a sorcery. That card entered play at the end of our turn. Alright. Hey, it's fine. We're gonna polymorph some nerds.